Welcome to tonight's webinar. My name is Kelly Reese. I'm privileged to be your host tonight. A special welcome to all of our associates and our customers, and a really special welcome if you are an invited guest of one of them. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right in. Here's some quick updates for the first quarter of this year. The new director $25 weekly lifestyle bonus is already being paid out. We have a brand new social media course, a basic course that is alive and active in your prospector training library. It was done by our awesome social media coach, Ms. Landy Martin, and she's almost done with her advanced social media course that will be in your prospector library within a month. Limu Z6 started shipping about a week ago with the new branding, and if you ordered Seismic 6 tonight, your order would be fulfilled in the new branding. We will be doing that as each new product packaging becomes available. We're in full swing with all of that. Let's talk about the main character of tonight's webinar, our new 12-week LeptiTrim 6 program. Our daytime product, nighttime product have been completely reformulated, and we have a brand new liver cleanse product. If you ordered tonight, those three products would ship in the new packaging. Our chocolate vanilla protein shakes, which are the new formula, but they would ship in the original packaging if you ordered tonight. We are very excited to let you know that we have two $299.95 Fast Start bonus packs for this product lineup. They're not variety packs like the old weight loss pack. These are focused entirely on our program. Now, why? Well, because the way the program works, there are going to be plenty of people who really would like to order the Fast Start pack more than one time. So we've lifted that restriction. The retail value of both of these packs is right at $500. It's an awesome package. Now, we've waived the limitation of only one $299.95 pack. We've done that on all packs. And the doublers are also still fully in play. So for those that want to order quarterly, they'll be able to do that. Some will even order it every month for the first 3 months of the program. This is an exciting change on the company's part. We also created a small product bundle that includes daytime, nighttime, and liver cleanse, and it has a 10% discount compared to buying those three products individually. Now let's get to our program itself. It's going to include the step-by-step program guide and measurement charts for both men and women. Originally, it will be in PDF form because we know we'll have to make some small tweaks and adjustments, and before we print thousands of dollars of full color brochures, we're going to do it this way. So every order of the products individually or in bundle or in Fast Start pack, there will be a small QR code insert that will include a code for the measurement charts and a code for the program guide. Over time, after we get the feedback we want, we will change that up, print it out in full color, and that will be shipped along with the products going forward. With no further ado, I'm super excited to turn it over to a recorded presentation where our awesome product coach, Mrs. Rose Allison, interviews our equally awesome Dr. K, the founder and formulator for all of our wonderful products.
Good evening, Innovate Nation. My name is Rose Allison, and I'm the Innovate product coach, and I'm here with our owner, formulator, founder, Dr. Anthony Kleinsmith, of all of these wonderful products. Dr. Kleinsmith, welcome and thank you.
Thank you very much for having me, Rose. This one's going to be an exciting release, if you will.
Yes, I'm pretty excited about it. I was drinking this morning. I made my synergy drink that we talked about in our last webinar with my Limu and my GB6 and my Seismic. And I was thinking, what a privilege to have a formulator who creates things that are part of your lifestyle, part of your everyday. I don't leave my bedroom in the morning until I've had that. That's my first thing to do. So you've brought us some more new products, and I'm super excited to integrate those into our lives. But I've been tuned in lately to some of what's going on in the world about weight loss. I'm always listening. Even if I don't think I would touch a product, I listen. I want to learn, what are they doing out there? And I think sometimes what I hear, I think only a desperate person would be willing to take some of these things, because so much of it doesn't even seem wise or safe. And it certainly doesn't go to the root cause of what is going on in the body that caused this weight gain in the first place.
Right.
And from my own health history, I've studied the power of one important organ in terms of metabolic health, in terms of moving forward. And I couldn't be more excited than when I heard you start talking about that organ and the benefits of it. So, would you just jump right in with us and share with us the very first step in your exceptional new weight loss program that you're launching soon, and just tell us more about it and how it's going to help us in balancing weight in our bodies.
Let's set the stage a little bit. Like I said, this is going to be a deep dive. There's a lot of things going on out there that, especially with glucagon like peptide 1, right? GLP-1,
Seem
and they're using it. They used to use it strictly for diabetes, and now they're saying, hey, weight loss, it helps regulate your appetite, blood sugar levels, that kind of thing. But what they don't really go into is the negatives and the long term. Now, they're on track for some benefit, right? Because if you can take and make it so that it works more efficiently, right? Now, think about it this way: worldwide, all the billions of people on the planet, all of us have some percentage of fatty liver, which slows the production or the utilization and the efficiency of what the liver is supposed to do. 30% is what they're estimating. 30%
wow.
worldwide have a fatty liver. That's a lot of fatty liver, right? But then we all have varying degrees of fatty liver. And we all have good fat, we all have bad fat or visceral fat, right? That's the fat that encases our organs and basically has got a chokehold on us living and thriving, really.
Yes.
Now, the liver cleanse, as we're affectionately calling it, I won't say the real name yet until you take a look at the labels, but the liver cleanse is the first stage of weight loss. Why? Because if you look at what the liver does, okay, there's a lot of different things that it has an impact on: digestion, metabolism, detoxification, storage, hormone regulation. There's a lot of things. But let's focus on a couple that are going to have an impact on anybody losing inches, which is fat, or weight, right? And you want to lose the right kind of weight. You want to lose that visceral fat. You want to lose the fat that you can see, right? That roundness within
Yes.
people. But let's talk about what the liver does. Metabolism. We're going to focus there. It processes nutrients from food and it converts them into energy. And it regulates blood sugar levels by storing and releasing glucose, one of the best energy sources we have, which you've heard me say, fat is the best energy source, but not the stored fat, right? We want to use that up, what our ancestors did, right? You didn't see a lot of folks out there 100 years ago where they're 250, 300 pounds, right?
That's true.
We were all trim and slim. If you look back at pictures in the 40s and 50s and 60s, we had nice trim bodies, right? Then something changed, and that was our foods, right? They started adding in all these different preservatives and additives and everything else, and it took the liver and tweaked it. It's not working as efficiently as it used to be. It's not detoxifying just like it used to be. It's more storing now that glucose and in the form of fat. And you're seeing more and more people and women where you used to have these folks, these gentlemen with these great big stomachs, and they'd say, press on it, and it'd be really hard. They'd say, see, I'm a hefty man. That's not visceral fat. And what we're finding now is that more and more women are getting visceral fat where they didn't used to, right? And glucose is extremely important for weight loss because maintaining a stable blood sugar level, managing your glucose intakes, helps regulate insulin production, which in turn prevents the body from storing excess calories as fat. Everybody says, hey, calories in, calories out. But if your efficient engine, your liver isn't functional enough, you start putting that on. And what people don't realize is they try a diet, they lose. Most of that weight loss is muscle, a lot of it, right? And then when it comes back, your BMI goes from 25% to 30% to 35%. We're just putting fat back on. We're not actually increasing some of that muscle, which helps us to burn off that fat. And the glucose is not being stored efficiently, right? It's being utilized to create fat. And that's where, if you look at some of the things that are out on the market today, some of the negatives, they aren't even talking about it, right? I always like these commercials where people are walking down the street arm in arm and they, hey, I've lost this, but they're not small, right? They don't also tell you out front, they tell you tiny little words at the bottom. May cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, loss of appetite, hypoglycemia, allergic reaction, and the list goes on and on. If you look at today, if I give you a thyroid medication, pretty much your thyroid says, hey, I don't need to produce anymore, so I'm going to shut down. And now you're stuck on that thyroid medication from the outside in for life, right? The long-term ramifications of what they have been doing are just not there yet, right? But the direction that they're going in is fascinating because there are things, which we're going to get into, right? There are things that on a natural basis promote GLP-1, right? Well, what we've done is over the course of 20 plus years, we started looking at these different factors and saying, we can do this on a natural basis.
Awesome.
It's not just a matter of, hey, we make you lose weight or we make you lose inches. It's also saying we need to look at the baseline. What is the baseline for people getting heavy? It's lifestyle.
Awesome. And as you say that and move into it, you've got me, and I'm sure you've got a Novate Nation going. So what does it look like? What is
Right.
this first week going to look like on this cleanse as we move forward? Some people think of it negatively. I think of it so positively to cleanse and get ready to get rolling. Share with us that first week, what's going to go on with that liver product.
Okay, so just with the liver product, it's designed so that in the very first week, we want to assist your body in taking the fatty liver and seeing if it can become unfat, right? To help it work more efficiently. So, as an example, I had a lot of folks that we're playing with, and they kept calling me and saying, it's not making me go to the bathroom. I said, no, this is a liver. So we started looking at words to say, what is it going to actually do? Call it a liver purifier, if you will.
That's
right?
good.
Because in the very first week, you're going to get, there's a bottle of enough capsules to do 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3.
That's
Now,
over 7 days. That's
over
what you mean
7
by
days,
those
right?
numbers. Okay.
Yep. And then after that, you can take one a day because it's set for 30 days. And I would tell you probably once a quarter, you might want to even go through it again. Why? Because we also know, I'm a big believer in the McDonald's philosophy, not their foods, right? But even for me, I like their filet of fish. Not all the time, once in a great while, right? But we also know that, hey, sometimes that Oreo cookie song, you just want to grab something. And the liver is designed with this cleanse, this purifier, it's designed to put it back into motion, right? Fully functional, supporting that metabolism, the utilization of glucose, and then the burning of the fat stores or energy source that we have surrounding our frame, right? It's fun. Then you go back to one a day. Now, I've had folks who have said, can I do this twice in a row? Because holy Hannah, I feel good, right? Things where they're going, I didn't realize that I would start seeing these types of things. Not only the release of toxins, that's what the liver is designed to do as well, right? But it's also to support healthy inflammation, supporting the liver cells and regeneration with the alpha lipoic that's in it. Just different things that are supportive of that one organ that functions in so many different areas. We tried to make it simple: 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3.
And during that week, There's a special food plan that they're to follow for that 7 days, and it's very healthy. There's never a point in time, correct, that you can't eat. If you're hungry, you
All right,
can eat fruits, you can eat vegetables,
as much as you want.
and then every day 4 to 6 ounces of lean chicken or fish. Is that correct? Is that what?
I say lean chicken, fish, or I would even go so far because there are different cuts of beef as well that are very lean. And you've mentioned this too. What about those folks that might need to break that protein up a little bit to help stabilize it? Absolutely. We want to give you the tools, and the liver purifier is one of the tools to get you started in a process of a new you, a new lifestyle, right? If we make you feel better, and I keep touching this side because it's always on the,
Yes.
always on the right side. We want this functioning as best as we possibly can.
I love that. I actually just finished day 7 of the cleanse yesterday and loved it. It's not hard, and you feel so much better that you think, wow, I might continue this on through. It's just good, healthy eating. If I understand correctly, that just takes us through like the first week, the why of it, the how of it, and again, we'll give more basic details later. But the next step you have developed start to bring in that daytime and nighttime part of the LeptiTrim line, and also the protein shakes. We're leaving those out for that first week, but we're bringing in the protein shakes for weeks 2 through 12. Can you jump in with us and take a look at those products, starting with, let's say, starting with the daytime?
Okay. I like to call it the Oreo cookie song. We've all heard it, right? Whether Oreo cookies are your thing or whether it's Thin Mints or whatever the case may be, there's something that in the back of your mind makes you go to the fridge, pull it open, look around, and go, yeah, shut it, walk away. 2 minutes back, yeah, and you're hunting, right? You're hunting something. I call it the Oreo cookie song because when I was younger, I liked Oreo cookies, and that was one for me that it turned into Thin Mints. But even that, right? It's a matter of putting you in control. Okay. And that's what the daytime is about. It's putting you in control. It's helping to, again, balance and stabilize, help promote blood sugar stabilization, right? Promoting that insulin sensitivity, but it's also appetite, right? It's looking at foods and saying they just don't call my name like they used to, right? Now, there's nothing wrong with having something, but the daytime is designed to put you in control, right? There were factors when I built the very first daytime. That was 2000. That was 25 years ago.
Wow, yeah.
And there are new factors today that are just phenomenal in taking your taste buds and turning down the volume, so that you go, like you said, I just grabbed a piece of spearmint gum and that was it. I'm done. That's control. That's you saying, hey. So it's helping to control appetite. It's reducing the perception of sweetness. And it's physical energy, it's cognitive and brain energy, and it's turning on that thermogenic process of burn, right? Because if we do that, then you're going to start to notice, right? Where you're starting to, there's a 14-point measurement system for women, there's a 10-point measurement system for men. You're going to start noticing as you look at and measure, wait a minute, something's changing, right? It takes 28 days for you to either break a habit or form a new habit. And the daytime is there to help you overcome those habits of, hey, I'm hearing that little munchie song that's saying, grab me, right?
Yep.
Then we also have the nighttime. You take it about 1 hour before bedtime, and it keeps you in a homeostasis. Sleep patterns give you peaks and valleys, right? And especially with glucose, you don't really want peaks and valleys for the general population base. And it's when you do that that we're storing. And the nighttime formulation is designed to help you burn that thermogenic side of it while you're sleeping, to help you thin down. Because if you constantly see little steps of success every day, you start to form that new habit. Plus, you get the hope, right? There's so many things that people try. If I say diet to somebody, there's almost an autonomic response of,
No.
right? But if you start seeing success, you start going, wait a minute, I can do this, right? I can do this. And that's what the nighttime is there to do. We also want to help you to sleep, right? We do so much healing and all the rest when we're sleeping. And so many people just don't anymore, right? Stress and
It's true.
all these different outside influences break up our sleep patterns, which we need those sleep patterns, right? So we did some things with the nighttime that are fun. It again helps to promote that stabilization of blood sugars. It helps you to get that brown fat burning, right? There's a product out there I've been following for a while that we want to focus on burning, but a very specific, that visceral. That's that hard belly, right? And the things that are literally choking us. There are factors within the nighttime that have been shown to help burn and promote that visceral fat shrinking down. So fun, keeping that thermogenic process again going, helping to regulate things and keeping it from that peak. And the liver purifier, the daytime, the nighttime, that's the first week. Once you've gotten past the first week, now we say, hey, let's use the protein shakes. There's a lot of protein in those, and they're not just formulated. They've been out for a little while, and I've had a lot of folks call me going, oh my gosh, these are very tasty now. What did you do?
They are.
It's a new shake, but it's not just, can you use them for weight loss? Sure, if you can use them for a snack, you can make smoothies out of them, right? My personal favorite, frozen strawberries, peanut butter powder, put them into the chocolate shake, and I just got a unbelievable treat. And if you freeze some of that, I just got an unbelievable ice cream,
It is
right?
very.
Which is healthy. But you can also use them. You can do so much more with them. We have a lot of folks out there who they go to the gym, they want that protein boost. There's a lot of protein in it, but it'll go a long way for them as well. So this isn't just a weight loss shake, it's a protein shake. Use it in any kind of way that you want to do. And there are different factors that are in each one of these formulations that help with appetite. They give you the proteins, they block the fat storage, and thermogenic. We want to keep that thing burning. Now, if you go to a gym and you watch anybody working out there and you ask them, what's your morning routine? I have my protein shake. Good. Guess what? We have one for you too. And it's going to help you not only build the muscle, but it's also going to help you trim that fat that you're going to the gym and working so hard to get, right? Trim it.
Yes.
Look good.
Yes. I totally agree with that. I use it for weight loss in our home, and my husband uses it for workouts. He doesn't need to lose weight, but he comes down faithfully when he is headed out to do his workout. That's what he does. And I feel so confident with him doing that. I feel like it just fortifies him to do what he needs to do. I also like to recommend to people use the protein powder and then make the shake into what you want it to be. Do you want a whole lot of calories in it? Do you want a few calories in it? How are you choosing to move forward in your weight loss plan? So I totally like that you brought that out. In my mind, the protein shakes and the liver cleanse are not weight loss products. They will assist those who are
Oh, yeah.
seeking to lose weight, but everybody can use liver cleanse. Everybody can use protein shake and use them for your body to just move it to where you want it to be. I did want to clarify one other thing. It sounded like that you were saying you could use the daytime and nighttime in week one, but that is not the case, correct? We use only the liver purifier week one.
No, we start the liver purifier day one along with the daytime and the nighttime.
Okay.
Now, as maybe some people don't know, but I had surgery last year, right? And I blossomed. You saw me at Lifestyle. I was portly,
You
as a
had not
nice
been
term.
getting around a lot.
Haven't been able to do anything. Haven't been able, because I bike, I swim in my pool, I golf. So I'm out doing stuff, which all of that was eliminated for me. So I was one of the first people that I put on the entire program. And what was fascinating about it is I like a good toddy every now and again. When I started on the liver cleanse, I was like, wait a minute, this is phenomenal. Then I started playing. Now you've heard me say this, especially moms, all moms are PhDs, especially with children and grandchildren, because you got to figure out how to get them to eat, right? So you got to manipulate things a little bit. What I found with the daytime, if I take 2 in the morning and I take 4 at 3:30, It pulls me all the way through. I don't actually hear any Oreo cookie song or anything. I'm not going to the fridge at all. And some of the things that I like, a lot of nuts, right? I'll eat nuts, a lot of fatty stuff. I don't even have the cravings for that. I'm just like, wow, this is nice. Yes, we have to do certain things per the FDA for every label, take this many and this time. But for me and others that have been on it, they started out with two, added four at 3:30, and I've had a lot of folks, which is funny. Well, how do I remember? See these things, folks?
Yes.
There's a calendar and an alarm.
Yes.
Everybody, I don't know of anybody other than maybe the Amish that don't have one, that it tells you when to take it,
Yes.
right?
Awesome.
Again, you're forming a habit, right? So these little tools will help you go a long way.
Awesome. I want to go back and make sure I'm clarifying. So you did say you want them to do the daytime and nighttime, even starting with week 1.
Mhm.
But I believe I understood you to say in a conversation recently that we don't start the shakes until week 2
Right,
because we're
week
on the
two.
specific
Right.
cleanse, purifying diet.
Right. All of those three things, the daytime, the liver kind of purifier, and the nighttime, they have multiple things within them to support the liver, to get it up to speed. Because a lot of folks, if you think about it, 30% of the world population base has a fatty liver, which means it's not working. Well, if that's the top level, what about the rest of us? And if you look at the United States, we're the fattest country on the planet.
Yeah.
Right? So supporting that liver, daytime does it, nighttime does it. And it not only supports the liver, but helps the liver clean itself out to get away from that non-functionality and get us back into a functional state. I've had folks who have said, listen, I felt so good when I put myself through the liver. I was like, wait a minute now. There's nothing in there that's going to hurt you. There's nothing that we do. When we build a formula, we build it with the rule of thumb, do no harm, right? So I put myself through it, the liver cleanse, like 2, maybe even 3 times in a row that I just wanted to see, was there any more benefit? Absolutely. At lifestyle, I'll be blunt, I was 235 pounds, right? I'm now closer to the 200 mark in inches shrinking in, which is amazing for me. Now with the back and everything's good, I'm working out again. I'm waiting for the weather to change so we can get back into the pool and the biking and all the rest. But it's a lifestyle, which is for me, and I'm probably the biggest purveyor of our products. But I wanted to make sure that when you start on those 3 formulas in the first week, I want you to see changes. Now we've had folks that have just done the liver, and they've said, "Oh my gosh, what have you done to me?" In a huge positive way, right?
Yes.
I went back and I said, did you take them together? Well, no, we just did just the liver. I was like, oh, here's another one. Now do the liver, the daytime, and the nighttime. And they came back. We've had folks that have lost 20 pounds since the middle of December. And we're what, a month and a half away? That's 20,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Without denying. It's just not,
No,
it's
no.
just so easy in terms of what you can eat. And if you're hungry, there is something you can eat. And I've found this over the years, and I see it also with this product, that when you're eating better and when you've cleaned your body up, the things you crave are different from what you craved before. I've been buying a lot of the little miniature cucumbers and miniature bell peppers, and the crunchy and the taste is just good. And then you keep going and you don't really think about it again. So that's been really positive. But I wanted to throw out a question also that others may think of. In all of my research recently, watching different webinars and reading different articles, I have read, and I actually heard a physician recently speaking on this, and he said some of these pills or products will have you stuck on the product. You can't get off of it. If you can't really live on it because it hits a point that it's messing with your muscles and even your facial muscles and stuff like that. But if you go off of it, all that weight's going to come back. Nothing has changed in your body. This pill has been directing you. Will your products do this? Will we be stuck on them? If we want to maintain weight loss, what is that going to look like in terms of maintaining a healthy weight moving forward?
We never want an outside agent controlling our lives, right? What we want are supporting characters, if you will, in your life play. Okay. And that's what these products are, is they're supporting characters. When you start looking at synthetics, they have a tendency to do permanent issues with you. That's what's going on today in the country. There's a lot of negativity towards the FDA because they've allowed all kinds of different things into our foods. And hey, this will grow hair, but we're going to use it for toenails, right? Or
Yeah.
this will do this, and we're going to use it for heart disease. Where's the long-term studies? They'll get there. I don't want to throw that risk. What I want to do is, from a natural standpoint, allow someone to put themselves into control. I'm finding that my habits are even changing because I'm like, yeah, I don't really want any of that. I used to love a good coffee in the morning with French vanilla, and I just don't do that anymore. I drink teas, which is amazing to me because there's nothing in it but water and the tea bag, right? So it puts you back in control. And there are definitely mornings where I'm like, because I buy a very particular coffee that I fell in love with years ago for the office staff. And they harass me now because they're like, you're not having any more coffee? I'm like, I like it. Don't get me wrong. I'll have it every once in a while, but I actually have a craving for green teas and things that are not typically Anthony Kleinsmith. But it's fascinating when I sit back and I start looking at it and going, yeah,
Interesting.
it's helping.
Yeah, I'm laughing because I made my jasmine green tea yesterday. I was on day 7 of the cleanse. I was like, I want some green tea. And that's exactly what I had, just plain tea bag and water. It was good. You gave an illustration the other day when we were talking that I loved about a truck going up a hill and the gears shifting. And you related that to the weight loss line. Can you relate that to us as we move on into the protocol and how it all looks together?
My dad owned a trucking company, and in Wyoming, there's these two hills that are called the Twin Sisters. I was driving, and he says, "Now you got to hit the right gears. Right? If you don't, you're stalled. You're done." And that's like weight loss. That's what the LeptiTrim system is designed to do. So if you're going up the hill and you miss a gear, you're stalled. That's not what we want to have happen for you. We want to have everybody not only survive, but we want to take it that one extra gear which pushes you over the top, and that is to thrive. Different
So
way of looking at things and building these products, which leads me to something else, and that is ingredients. I've never been a contract manufacturer, and there is a very specific reason as to why. If you ever walk into a health food store, on average, they have 5,000 different labels. Only 1% of those labels are actually made by the people who are marketing them. All of the other labels are made by a contract manufacturer. Okay, as a contract manufacturer, I want to get as many people selling a product as I possibly can so that if you out of business, somebody else is going to come slap their label on it and keep it going, right? We don't have to worry about that. We only buy top shelf ingredients, top shelf. And some of these ingredients are very expensive. We only make products for our folks, and we have no middlemen, right? We do all the shipping, we do all the boxing, we do all the encapsulating, we do all the sachet, we do all the mixing. Everything that we have here is done specifically for the folks that are listening to this Zoom call.
and your products show that. I have seen this and I've shared it with a number of my team. It just shows me that not only are you buying the top products, but you know what to do with them. You know how to put
Yeah.
them together in an efficacious way so that you put the right amount for the goal that you're after and of a product that is going to be effective in our bodies for achieving that goal. And I have utmost respect for that. I'll give you an illustration. You talk about fairy dusting a lot of times, and some people don't know what that means. When I started looking at colostrum years ago, it wasn't advertised on the news and it wasn't showing up in my inbox every single day. But colostrum's a big word. So I call that a buzzword today. And so you might go in the health food store and you might see 20 bottles on a shelf, and down at the bottom it will say contains colostrum. That's to hit your brain and make you think, oh, this will be really good for me. It contains colostrum. Fairy dusting is when someone puts a little tiny bit of it so they can put that on the front label so they can grab your attention and you get it off the shelf. Has nothing to do with efficacy, with putting the right amount in it. And my respect for you with your products is there is no fairy dusting. You feel it and you know you got the real thing.
Even in our capsulator, we modified it years ago. It runs 30% faster than what the manufacturer designed it to do, number one. And number two, there are no excipients, no flow agents, no emulsifiers, no fillers, if you will. And if you pick up any other bottle, you're going to see magnesium stearate or rice flour or silica or something that they've had to throw it in so they can put it into a capsule. We don't do any of that. Now, that's a in-house secret that we also maintain, because there's a lot of folks out there that would say, hey, wait a minute, how do you get your machine to run 30% faster and you use no fillers? You've done something. Yeah, but that's my toy.
I love that. That's why some of us who are more sensitive to products handle your products when we handle nothing else. I am just very happy to land with the Novate products on my shelf. It stopped me from reading and listening to all those webinars and health summits and all of that. It's like, why would I keep looking when I found what I need for my body and what I want for my family's body, from our little bitties to our elderly? You talked the other day some, I really appreciated you talking about how the new weight loss products will not create irreversible damage. You gave some statistics on the amount of muscle loss we lose by age 30. You tied it in with supporting the liver. Can you bring us back into that?
In a general sense, we all start losing muscle mass by the time we're 30, right? About 1.5% a year. That's one factor that they look at to say, hey, you're aging slowly, which is what we all want at that point, right? Or you accelerated it. The program that we've put together with these different products is designed to not only support your liver, but we don't approach a single avenue. We want to approach it on several different avenues. The more lean muscle that I can put on Rose Allison's body, the more metabolic burn you're going to have, right? So we want to add different things in there to help you maintain that lean muscle, right? Because if you maintain a higher level of lean muscle and you've got a liver that's not working at a fatty level, then you start getting all this mesh that starts to work so well together that you're creating a brand new lifestyle. And if you can put some of that lean muscle mass back, and that's some of the ingredients that we've now put into these formulations, right? We're not just looking at it saying, hey, we want to get the liver functional. We want to say, hey, let's utilize glucose more efficiently. Oh, hey, you're carrying around some extra fat. Let's start to burn that as an energy source. Oh, hey, let's see if we can put some more muscle on those bones and slow that aging process down, but also speed up metabolism and speed up the fat burn, if you will.
Awesome. And I love that when you were talking about that the other day, you made the comment, if you're not supporting the liver, you're going to continue to struggle in that battle.
Oh, yeah.
So that 1 a day liver capsule that continues along with the program helps to keep that metabolism, and then repeating it once a quarter just helps to keep us in a good state.
Well, think about it like a car. I can drive my truck. I can put regular fuel on it. But can I put that same regular fuel in a race car and have it perform like it's supposed to? The answer is absolutely not. It'll spark and sputter and do all kinds of things. That's what we've gotten into, right? But we didn't actually fill the gas tank. We've had a lot of outside agents who are feeding really a lot of junk. We've just had to consume it because, hey, this is all we have to choose from. Well, I think there's a better way. The LeptiTrim system is designed to get this functional, to help you with the muscle mass, to help you in different areas that let's balance as much as we can, support thyroid. There's so many different things that go into, let's put you back into control, number one, but into the size that you would like to be. There's nothing wrong with having a scoop of ice cream, but people are hooked on sugars today.
I agree. I agree.
Right? What these formulas do is help you to say, you know what? And I think that's the big difference between me having a cup of coffee. It still tastes wonderful, right? With that French vanilla in there. But it's also me looking at it going, you know what? It's not there for me today. And that's where Earl Grey, that's the tea of choice, right? For me. And I find myself sometimes sitting in here going, I've never been a big tea guy, but I'm having this is my second cup today. And I'm loving it.
That's great. So, in relation to what you just said and talking about the muscle loss and supporting the liver, and that has to happen, I've heard you talk about the saying calories in, calories out.
Mhm.
And I've heard that before, and I've always struggled a little bit with that. Can you talk to that as you mentioned the other day about people who eat a regular diet, work out on a regular basis along those lines, and still struggle with weight?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of people that do eat healthy, right? They really go in, they pick what they're putting into their bodies, they're counting calories, they go to the gym 3 to 5 times a week, and they are still just frustrated, right? Because they're going, I'm basically killing myself, but I'm not seeing any gain from it, right? Well, that's because, yeah, you might be eating healthy, but you didn't eat healthy all the time, right? Eating healthy. When I was growing up, one, I don't want to see you until the lights go out on the street corner. And two, here's a pizza and here's cheeseburgers and here's McDonald's. And we didn't always eat that way, right? That means this thing right here, this filtration system, this glucose manufacturer and distributor may be struggling, even though you're eating healthy now, even though you're working out now. If we can get all of this working appropriately, give you the tools that will put you back into control, increase that metabolism, all of these little pieces are little tiny steps of success. And that's really what we're looking at. Now go to the gym. If your metabolic brain, if you will, to some extent, is working appropriately, you're going to start to go, wait a minute, something's changed after I got onto these formulations because now the body's responding. Now it's hearing that message of, hey, calories in, calories out, especially if you're doing the right kinds of things, it's going to have an impact now. Go to work out at the gym because a lot of the ingredients that we put in there aren't just to help balance this, it's to help balance top to bottom and give you that control and to put all of the different systems in play where they may have only been working at a very small percentage.
Super. To start tying that in and bringing it home, the products are going to help us in terms of a healthy diet, and we're going to crave more the things we should eat. It doesn't mean that we have to live on this forever diet. We have a week one that we have to go by, and then no, it doesn't. There's not a plan, a diet plan, or whatever to change. My belief is that when we put healthy food into our body's going to respond much better. However, the program does not require it. There aren't these guidelines of only eat this, only eat that, correct? I think you
Correct.
have a suggested calorie amount that's suggested. Did I see that or no?
In the actual weight loss protocol, we said have a 2,000 calorie program, which if you look at that, that's what we should be doing anyway,
Anyway, yes,
right?
yes,
So we're not making this magnanimous change saying, hey, here's an opportunity for you to fail again. We want
super.
those success steps
Yes,
and the tools that we're giving you, right? If you start taking the products in that first week, you do your baseline measurements, you set yourself up, yeah, this is what I weigh. Dear Lord, I don't want to look at that anymore. But and at the end of that week, in the end of the literally in the end of the first week, you have folks that are going, wait a minute, I've lost 14 inches.
awesome.
And we have that. I've lost 7 to 12 pounds. Now, to me, that's a bit extreme. But if you get something functional that may not be functional at all, and your body says, what the heck did you just do? You just put that high octane, and then now that high octane engine is working appropriately.
The system works for those who don't have a gym membership, and even for those cannot be up and about or doing, it's still going to work for those individuals. It's
Oh, yeah.
it's an individual program. Diet is individual, workout is individual, and it's going to work at whatever level you put it to work in your body. Am I understanding that correctly?
Oh, absolutely. And if I say diet to and I've done this actually when I do presentations, I'll say, okay, how many people have a negative response when I say this word diet? And almost every hand goes up.
Yes, yes.
And then I say, okay, here's another word. I want to see if this triggers you. Fasting. Oh, that's another one.
Yes.
And then it's funny because if you take the average individual And you say, do you fast? And they go, oh gosh, no, I do it every once in a while for the church or whatever the case may be. But oh yeah, no, no, no. Okay. Do you eat breakfast? No. Do you eat lunch once in a while? That's called fasting. And that's what our ancestors did. Now, working out, if you don't park in the front stall of the grocery store, park in the back. Is that a workout? Absolutely, it is.
Yes.
Absolutely. I get up, especially because of the back, but I get up and I'll walk around our facility. Usually I have a headset on, I'm talking to people and waving and saying hi. One day, they said, you're out here a lot. I said, I'm just taking a walk. I said, have I not trimmed? They're like, oh yeah, you lost a lot of weight. I have, and I lost a lot of inches. That is a workout, right? I'm in the middle of winter. Today I'm in shorts, right? But for the most part, I don't like the cold so much. I don't ski anymore. I'll take the dogs for a walk. But other than that, when it's winter, I try to find ways that you go, that's not working out, like a gallon of milk. Curl it a couple of times before you put it in the fridge. And people go,
That's great. Yeah.
what? Well, you're gonna feel that. If you haven't done a curl in a while, and you take a single gallon of milk and you curl it 3 times, 4 times, you put it away. The very next day, you're gonna go, what did I do?
That's true.
You don't have to have a gym membership.
Yes.
But we don't want you to just survive, right?
Right.
We want you to thrive. From the moment that you start on this, in that first week, you're going to find literally day after day, you're going to go, oh my gosh, I've had 7 days of success. How do I get more of this?
It feels good. It drives you. To me, it's getting into a mindset. It's funny that you said that about walking around your building. Brian and we take care of my dad in the evenings, and we like to stop by Lowe's in the winter time when it's 5 degrees. We stop by Lowe's and we do the perimeter, like inside, go inside and walk around and around. And one guy one night said something about, I saw you guys here a few minutes ago. I said, oh, we're just walking because it's too cold to do that outside. I wanted to also make sure that if someone has not reached their target weight, they've done the program from weeks 1 through 12 and not at target weight yet. What I hear you saying is these products are safe enough to keep doing it and go until you're
Until you
happy.
get until where you want to be, right? None of us got to the point where we are today overnight. Okay. People today want things. I want it quick and I want it easy. And I want one pill that I can take in the morning or at night, and I wake up and I'm in a size 2. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. That doesn't even work with synthetics. What we want to be able to do is say, no, you've seen success, keep going.
Yes, I like that. And I love the liver cleanse to stay ongoing, 1 capsule. I've studied this for years and I'm just pumped about the liver purifier to just keep that going. Dr. Klainsmith, as we close off, do you have any other thoughts or words of wisdom that you would like to share with us, or a challenge for us to just get out there and get it done?
I love hearing from everybody throughout the years. They literally write me letters, they email me, they text me, they message me on Facebook. Folks, these products are designed to, one, put you in control, but to also give you baby steps of success to that new you. And you're not alone. You're never alone. Reach out. Let us know how you're doing. Take your measurements. Start small. I tell people all the time, you got to get a baseline, because from that baseline, then you'll see progression. These products give you that. And we want to hear from you. We want to see the results. Send us your befores and your afters and your inches and all the rest.
Yes, and I'm with Dr. K, and keeping those results, keep track of pounds lost, inches lost. Send them into info@innovate.com. After you've done your 12 weeks, have your total and send it in. We would love to be able to say Innovate lost 10,000 pounds on the LeptiTrim system. We think that would be the coolest thing ever, and X number of inches. And when he says 14 inches in a week, we're talking about all the different places that you measure. So it's a combo of that. So don't wait another minute until you jump in. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're excited to be on this journey with you. Dr. K, we're so appreciative for your expertise and your diligence in providing the very best.
Wow, that was super exciting. And we are in the right place at the right time. Very important. We are taking orders now on the entire LeptiTrim product line, the 3-product bundle, and both of the $299.95 LeptiTrim Fast Start packs. One other thing to remember, this is a major change, is that all $299.95 Fast Start packs can now be purchased more than one. And the entire compensation plan from Fast Start bonus, mentor bonus, and the doubler apply. The only thing that doesn't apply on the second pack or beyond is we won't issue any extra sample credits there. I want to talk very briefly about this. The most powerful product that you can sell in any hot market is one that qualifies for what we call transfer buying. In other words, if you, for one of your own customers or even for yourself, keep this in mind, when you purchase this lineup, you will not purchase other stuff that you would have been purchasing. And so the real hard cost, in some cases, it actually may be a cost saving. So please keep that in mind when you're talking with others and when you're talking with yourself. Last thing, 40% of Americans are medically obese. This is a modern day plague. And we are blessed with the opportunity to be a change agent. I don't know that any one single thing that we are in control of has the capability of doing more damage over a longer period of time as being medically obese. And so we're on a journey, we're on a mission. All of our products have value in that area, but this is one that is very easy to target because so many people feel that they have this problem, and they do. It's also much easier to talk about being overweight today than it may have been 20 years ago. Thank you so much for your valuable time tonight. Hope this has been a blessing to you, and have a good night.